Businesses face issues every single day. Sometimes they face multiple issues in a given day. What are issues? Issues are problems, obstacles, roadblock, opportunity for growth and development, and anything else that pops up that the business has to analyze. The business has to be proactive and put some distance between the stimulus and the response, identifying the issue and actually taking action on the issue. So the first step of strategic issue analysis is identifying the issues. Once you've identified the issues, you have to take the time to identify the options. This is where you want to collaborate with other people, brainstorm. Teamwork is extremely important during this phase. Sometimes it's difficult to identify all of the options. For example, I had a business who came to me months ago and said, the issue that we're facing with today and the most critical issues, what do we do about this management level worker that we're having a problem with? When I said, well, what are the options? He said, well, we have three options. The first option is to fire him. Second option is to put him on a performance improvement plan. And the third option is to just do nothing and let him continue the way it is. And so I said, really? Are those the only options? And so when we sat down and talked about it a little bit more and brainstormed, collaborated, and acted as a team in identifying the options, we came up with about 12 options that were available to us. We analyzed each of those options and chose the option that produced the best results with the least amount of cost. So not only is identifying the options a part of the second stage, but doing a cost-benefit analysis for each of these options is important as well. So the third stage is to decide which option you're going to choose. And the option that you choose not only has to be viable, meaning that the cost has to be outweighed by the benefits, but it also has to be desirable and feasible. Now, this is what I would call the first executive decision that needs to be made. And once you've decided on the course of action, then you have to plan the action that's required. Are there administrative responsibilities for this action? Do we know what the job is that needs to be done? Have we defined it effectively? Do we have the organizational capacity to do it? And what's the timeline necessary? This is executive decision number 2. The fifth step in the strategic analysis process is assigning the job. We have to fight the temptation of doing it ourselves, unless we are not only qualified to do it, but it's also suitable for us to do that. Sometimes we need to go outside of the organization to find the right person or group that has not only the eligibility or the qualifications required, but is also suitable for getting the job done. Well, what are the eligibility or qualifications requirement? Does the person who the job or the group that the job is being assigned to have the education, the experience, the know-how, the training, the relationships, the ability, the knowledge, the skill, the mental tools necessary? And are they suitable? Do they have the time? Do they have the focus? Do they have the energy? Do they have the interest? Do they have the desire? Do they have the passion? Do they have the temperament? Do they have the emotional intelligence? Are they able to empathize? Do they have the humility, the honesty, the loyalty, and the trustworthiness to do the job? So whether that job is assigned to you, to someone else, or to an organization, or you're subbing it out to someone else, that suitability or qualification and viability or feasibility option is pretty important. This is more of an agency decision, and that's what I call executive decision number 3. Once you've assigned the job, you've got to make sure that whoever you assign the job to has the resources to do it. Human resources, technological resources, physical resources, system, process, procedures in place. And then you've got to give them enough time to actually get the work done. This is where the organizational leadership part of the process comes into play. Once you've given them enough time to get the job done, and the job is done, then you really have to look at the results, evaluate it, and determine whether or not the job is complete to your satisfaction. If it is, then a celebration is in order. But if it isn't, then that becomes your next issue. That is what I call strategic issue analysis. And when a business comes to us, whether it's a legal issue, a conflict resolution issue, or operational issue, or a training issue, I run this same analysis with them. It is very helpful for them to have a process in place where they can identify and address the issue in an analytical framework. To learn more about how Private Corporate Counsel can help your business identify issues and analyze them in a strategic way so that you can actually choose the best option and get the job done and completed to your satisfaction, call us at 407-647-7887 or visit us on the web at www.privatecorporatecounsel.com.
Please continue to listen to our podcast to learn more. Contact us at 877-647-7887 or email us at info@pcc.law to learn more about the Private Corporate Counsel program and how we can help you and your business on your journey to success.